Hey, this is DM Allen. Thanks for joining us once again for another week of awesomeness. Let's just get it started. Last time on Roll with Advantage. So you guys run aground again, and this time the submerged stalagmite cuts so far deep into the ship that the ship actually stops moving forward.
And I wink, and I look back at Uther and break a big smile.
And then Bond bursts in the room. Come on, Kinian, we gotta go. We gotta go.
What's the big deal?
I grab Kinian and I start walking towards the door and I go, Manette, blow the thingy.
Where we're going to pick up is everybody has met back at the ship at this point, and Kinian is informing the group about the Storm Giant's request for getting the piece of 6 for retrieving Eifer. Bond has opted to protect the ship or watch over the ship as you guys are gone.
And not as a convenient plot device or anything.
Right.
He's making soup for all the sailors to bring them back to health, rehydrate them.
So,
does anyone's character actually care about Eifer other than Bond's? Like, Kinian doesn't give a shit.
No, but it's not Eifer that they're asking you to save. It's the piece of 6.
Sure.
I care about Eifer. He's one of my oldest friends. I've known him
for a whole year, or about him.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a big percentage of his life.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is he an actual member of the Order?
Yes.
Originally, yes. If you remember, in the scrying pool, you saw that they were in a like a cave.
A glowing environment?
Yeah, there was a soft like yellow glow in this vision. It wasn't directly above. It almost looked like they were in some sort of tunnel. And the glow was like off in the distance, like playing off of the walls and stuff like that. So it's easy for you guys to make the connection to Skullport, but you could easily surmise that it's not in Skullport, because you've seen Skullport. It's not inside of that giant cavern. It's inside of probably an offshoot tunnel or something like that.
That region, though.
Yeah.
Well, we know it's not between us and Skullport, though.
Right,
so.
right. Yeah, there isn't any like tunnels or anything like that diverge from the river path that you guys took. There was nothing like that on the way there.
So, time to load up the skiff and head to Skullport.
Do we want to investigate the frickin' sharks before we go in?
No, they'll probably be there when we get out. Let's go save Eifer.
I don't think that's what he was getting at. You gotta cross the ring of sharks.
Oh. Well, before we do any of this, though, I should cast Seeming on the party.
What does that do?
Makes us look however we want.
You can do that?
It's pretty legit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Basically, how it is you stay bipedal. You can grow or shrink within a foot of your normal height, and you can look basically like anybody that I think Keo has seen. I think that's the limitation, is Keo needs to be able to pull the image from his memory, but that's not a big deal.
The smart player's play would for me to look like the captain that Slarkrethel killed, or the party killed.
Oh.
But Kinian's not going to do that.
Yeah, okay. All right.
It's like a hat of disguise for the whole party.
Yep.
Basically.
Yep. So what do you want to look like?
So my hat of disguise has me looking like one of the sea spawn.
Okay.
You know, a miniature one. Just like I'm leaving that up. I don't have to concentrate on that. But on top of that one, I'm gonna be like a pirate with a crab claw and some barnacles.
Nice.
And a peg leg.
And a peg leg. Is it a kobold pirate, or is it a human, or
It's gonna be a goblin.
Ooh, nice.
Pirate.
I like it. I like it.
Yes.
Okay.
With a little bit of, a little bit of werecrab thrown in.
Tin, what do you want to look like?
Since we're going into Skullport, I think I want to look like a badass pirate queen that deals the law, takes no prisoners type of shit.
Have you seen Arlie Sunstrider?
I don't
Or is the
know.
character
No.
matter?
No.
The characters
no.
matter? Just me? Oh, I was
Yep.
about to say. I'll probably get some respect as her.
Who's that?
My wife.
You like-
His
okay,
wife,
that's what I thought.
the pirate queen.
Yeah, Tin's gonna go for full intimidation factor. Since the crew was held captive there, she doesn't think there's any nice people worth saving in this town. Or if they are, well, they're probably hidden away and she won't meet them, so... Ooh, also, can I have glowing eyes?
Yeah, I think it would work.
Yes. We'll
As
say
long
yes.
as they don't actually shed light, though.
Manette is going to be the full foot taller that he can be.
Okay. So he's
Um,
like 5 foot now, right?
Just shy. He's going to look like a human pirate.
Okay.
Full head of hair.
The full head of hair. Yes. All right. And then Kinian, what's Kinian want to look like?
Kinian goes from 6'8" to 7'8", and looks exactly the same, but basically gains additional muscle definition. Some of the beer gut kind of shrinks away into an 8-pack instead of a 6-pack.
8.
Like
you got the inner abs.
Oh, I got the
two
inner
inner
abs.
abs. Yeah.
And even though I'm still wearing armor, I look like I'm not. Basically, my breastplate is not displayed.
Okay.
And it's on purpose. Basically, all of my scars are boldly visible.
Okay.
I'm not manufacturing any new ones, but all my existing scars are on display.
Okay.
Do like a ship tattoo.
Obsidian Flame, ABB.
And the biggest, most flamboyant, ridiculous pirate hat that you've ever seen is on my head.
Nice.
And on my shoulder, I've got a homing octopus.
Okay. And this hat is this big, wide-brimmed, like a black hat, almost like an obsidian black hat with a big, purple plume.
Like an admiral hat.
Yeah.
Big sideways.
Oh yeah, but my quiver is still visible,
Okay.
but my armor is not.
Okay.
I just
Okay.
want to show off all my
Yeah.
sweet scars.
Yep. All your accents. Okay.
Yeah.
My thunder cannon looks like a cane.
Ooh.
Because why not?
Fucking Mr. Peanut, dude.
Sir. I like
And
it.
I have a glass crutch.
A glass. Yeah. All right. Nice. Yeah. That's how you hobble. I
Yeah,
like that.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And I try to time it so I hit the glass staff on the ground every time I step. To
So
make
you get the noise?
Yeah.
Perfect.
And Kyo thinks that Kinian's disguise is great. He totally doesn't look like the same work.
Yep. I mean, I'm not wearing any armor.
Yeah.
Nice.
And I'm just shaking my head slightly at Kinian.
So, everybody who doesn't have inspiration now has inspiration. That was awesome, guys. I like that.
Wait,
Okay, so, how do you want to enter? Do you
can
want
we
to
do
go
the slow-mo
on a skiff?
walking?
I'm cool with
Slow-mo
that.
walk-in?
Wow.
Are you
I
taking
would
this
How
like-
long does seeming
So
last?
it's seeming lasts for 8 hours, so it's good
Oh.
for the adventure.
It's a
Good time.
baller spell.
I was gonna say we could just wait until we're 50 feet away and then start it, but
But anyways, I would like to enter towing the skiff with my broom,
Okay.
like holding a rope, and having Kinian stand up at the front of it.
Crossing the Delaware. All right.
Okay.
But that would be my way of doing it. But
I'm going to be posing with the one leg up on the side of the ship, total crotch bulge out, kind of power stance.
What do you call it? Captain Morgan?
Yes.
Gosh.
My William Riker pose.
So everybody's on the skiff other than Keo, and he's tugging the skiff along. You set in the boat or in the skiff, and Keo is tugging you along, and out in front of you, between you and the 200-foot tall cavern that's in front of you, you see these very large fins that are surfaced out of the water, and they're in a perfect circle, and they're turning.
I'll try to time it so we're between fins.
Okay. Okay. Keo, I need you to give me a d20 roll, please. And
Let's use the big die.
let's use your intelligence modifier. No proficiency.
Is this something I can bless?
Yes, it's an ad hoc check, so
So,
you can
so
maybe guidance.
I'm going to
You
use...
can
Or
guide.
guidance.
Yep.
Blurb.
That's okay. I'm going to be using my inspiration.
Stop using the big die. You were just telling me it rolls nothing but 2s.
I love it when
It
he uses that when he
rolls-
DMs.
It switched to 5s.
Yeah, they were both 5s.
I rolled 2 5s in a row. So there goes my inspiration.
Well, that was quick.
Cast that spell again.
Yeah.
Damn it, Ben.
So you said guidance?
Yeah, D4.
Now you rolled a 1.
I'm on a roll tonight. I get to add one for my intelligence.
Ben
though.
keeps things interesting. So
7.
7. Okay, so here's what happens.
7 with advantage and guidance.
So you're tugging the boat, and you've got it right. You're gonna tug the skiff right between both of the fins, and
Yeah,
you
it's
time it
right in front of the mouth.
Yeah, you time it perfectly, and Kinian, I need you to make a dexterity save as the boat rocks because it's being attacked by the shark.
20 is how you roll, Ben. 20 is how you roll.
Everybody roll initiative.
Oh, hey, I got 15
Oh my
this
gosh,
time.
I actually have something above, like, a 6 for my initiative for once. I have a 16.
God.
Me too.
What's your roll-off gonna be?
We don't have to roll off. If you want to go first, you may.
Well, I just rolled a 16 for roll-off, so...
She wants to roll, apparently. You beat me.
Ha! Okay. Maybe the dice are in my favor today.
All right.
I'm at 13.
Where are the enemies?
The enemies are at a 9. All right, so this giant shark comes up and basically noses your boat. It is Keo's turn. You feel a big tug on your broom.
When we're saying giant shark, are we talking like Megalodon, or we're just talking like
30.
We're 30.
30 foot.
The rest of them, they haven't broken the circle, have they? The perfect
Not
circle?
yet.
Okay, so Keo's going to make a gamble. He's going to make a strength athletics to try and pull the boat faster.
Okay.
I'm going to roll a deck save right now.
Hold on. So,
This is, because he's going to just book it with the broom as much as he can.
Yeah.
And this is for how well I can, like, grab and yank with the,
oh, I got you.
So he's trolling for
Yeah.
sharks using me as bait.
Yes. Okay, go for it.
Using all of us.
I like it.
14.
Okay. 14. You're able to tug on the boat, but you're not pulling any faster. The boat does have movement though, so it does move towards you. The shark isn't right next to the boat now.
Yeah, so I'm just going to pull the boat as hard as I can. Use all my movement, all my actions, because
And,
I'm gambling.
I mean,
on
the boat's pretty heavy, the skiff, so
Yeah.
it would take all of your turn to
Yeah.
pull it.
And as a free thing, I pat the broom and I say, "Come on, boy, we can do it."
you floor the gas pedal on it.
Yeah, Ekio over there, broom.
Reverse Accio.
Tin.
Well, I won't use that cantrip yet, since I need to pull it up. I'll cast Guiding Bolt.
What cantrip was it? Just curious.
The necromancy one.
Oh, Toll the Dead.
Toll
It's a
the
whiz
Dead.
save.
Yep, it's a whiz save. What's your save?
I've got an 18.
Whiz save fails. So
It's not hurt, so yes.
14 necrotic.
so you all hear this this ghostly droning bong bong bong, and you see around the shark outside of the water space rips, and you see blackness, and you see these black thick like gooey tendrils that come out of this rip in space, and it starts grappling around the shark, trying to find purchase. It finds what it can on the fins, and it tears away some of the skin, like pulling it back, almost like skinning it alive.
Oh,
And then the tendrils just and the space close up.
I wonder if that's a friend.
I look around to see if there are any ships because I hear the bong, bong,
Yeah,
bong.
yep. No ships in the
It's
distance.
not foggy, so I'm wondering why.
Kinian.
How far away are these fins?
They are going to be outside of your melee range. They're going to be like 30 feet.
I'm gonna rage and throw some javelins. 2 javelins.
Okay.
Does a 17 hit?
17 does hit, yes.
I did a total of 23 points of damage.
Okay. 23.
Not getting those javelins back.
I mean, you could try and retrieve them. So just as a note too, there is enough of the shark out of the water. So attacking in water doesn't quite take effect at this point. So Minette.
You gonna shoot the shark?
All right.
15 to hit.
15 hits.
Weak sauce damage. Can I play Yahtzee right now? Because I just got a run of 1 through 6.
Didn't you get like 6 sixes the other
Yes.
day too? So
I thought it was 5.
fives? Yeah, Jesus.
It's pretty
I should
amazing.
honestly play Yacht. 25 points of damage.
Nice.
Nice.
And
It is no longer out of the water, and you see the fin drops down out of the water, and you think it might have dove. It is
Man, I should have attached some buoys to the
Kyo's
javelins.
turn.
Oh, good. So it went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bomb, bomb. Bomb, bomb.
Well,
Need
I'm
a
going to
bigger skiff.
continue to pull the skiff. Are any of the other sharks breaking off?
No, that's an easy perception. No.
No. Okay.
I mean, to explain, like these sharks are spaced further than 60 feet between the two, right? So, or about 60 feet, because it's 15 feet from fin to tail, roughly, and then you've got the space.
So I'm going to keep
After
pulling
that.
the boat as much as I can, and I guess I won't try and double move this time because the shark's gone. We're okay now, but I'm gonna be prepared. I'm going to hold a firebolt
Okay.
if one surfaces.
Okay. Sounds good.
Near there.
All right. It is Tin's turn.
There's nothing for me to attack right now, right? I hold my action until something makes an aggressive move towards the boat.
Okay.
And what do you do?
Yeah, what's the
You
action?
always have to call
oh yeah,
the
that's
action.
right.
I would not suggest a slotted spell. Cantrip at most.
Sacred Flame, if
Kinian.
Kinian is curious and puts his 2 hands on the side of the boat and shoves his head down into the water. Like splunk. What do I see perception-wise?
Yeah, perception check for me, please.
Is this
At
disadvantage?
disadvantage, yes.
I figured.
Yep. Your orc eyes are not built for water seeing.
Not bad. 16.
16, okay. You see the shark is, like, just crusting from the blackness. So you can see, like, when you look down, you see nothing but darkness. It's super deep here. And then you see a nose, and, like, its mouth hasn't opened yet, and it's swimming as hard as it can.
I fall out of the boat. Like I'm looking in the water. I push off into the water to meet the shark.
So you're looking down over the boat, and then you just, like, you pull yourself past the edge of the boat and into the water.
Yeah.
Okay, everybody make a deck save on the boat.
All right, so I'm off the boat.
Yeah, you're not.
I'm
you're not on the
gonna
boat.
go ahead and what sort of save would I need to make with
15.
to hold the rope?
To hold the rope.
Yeah.
Are you looking to steady or just keep the
Keep tension on it, keep it going. I don't want to get
No-
knocked
no
around
save.
or-
no save? It's a horizontal rock,
Okay.
so you're fine.
Outside observers see that Minette reaches for Kinian as
like
it,
miming.
It kind of looks like he's about to push him, but really, I swear it was me trying to grab him and pull him back into the boat, and make sure he didn't go.
Okay.
Swear. Also, I got a 15 on the
Okay.
save.
15.
3.
3. So so Kinian, you pull on the edge, and your weight dumps the boat so that it goes off of horizontal for a split second, and Tin's just not ready for it. And she's on actually the same side as what you were on, and Tin, you fall into the water, and you're treading right now.
I'm heavy AF, so I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Am I able to tread while wearing my armor?
It's tough. It's really tough.
You can't really
Okay.
swim in heavy armor, but you're wearing mithril,
Yeah.
so it should be easier.
It's still tough though.
Yeah.
But yes. Yep.
And item interaction, I say axe. Actually, it's more like axe, as the axe pops out of the quiver into my hand, and I thrust it ahead.
Okay.
And I'm trying to swim at it with that axe in front of me.
Not a spear, an axe.
It's not a spear.
I like
it's
it.
an axe.
I like it. Okay. All right. This is very like the opposite of Rain of Fire. So it's
really
Kitty and
slow.
McConaughey, but it's real slow Kitty and McConaughey into the mouth of the shark.
We're just continuing the slow-mo.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
we're badasses.
I'm 20 feet below the ship.
Nice. Okay. It is Manette's turn.
Can I pull Tin back into the boat?
Yeah, you can certainly attempt. It's going to take a strength save or a check. I'm sorry. It's going to be a strength athletics.
15.
15. Yeah, you're
Yay.
able to pull her up into the boat. That's going to be all of your action.
You do hear over the ring.
Yeah.
Not my best idea.
Are you sure it's not?
But it's telepathic.
It's telepathic. It's still.
Kinian
I'm
doesn't
adding-
think he can, like, speak mentally underwater.
Kinian's thoughts are definitely waterbogged.
All right, so the shark, Kinian, is coming at you fast, and right at the last moment, it opens its jaws, and it attempts to bite you.
Good, it'll keep my rage going.
Does it continue on to the surface?
We'll see.
Hashtag priorities.
Yeah.
If my rage is gonna drop, I better fall in the water.
That is a modified 20.
I get hit.
So the best thing
Yeah.
about all this is when it's over, you come out of the water and you're still perfectly dry.
I
and,
know,
like-
it's gonna be easy breezy.
Oh, because of the fire?
no, because of
the
the
seeming.
seeming.
Oh,
He's not
I
gonna-
look immaculate.
what is this? Assassin's Creed?
I look like a worm. I look like a worm on a
3
hook
steps
to the
and you're
shark.
dry. Yeah.
Like a 7-8 foot tall, like half orc, not even wearing armor. This is snack time.
Shit, son. This shark gets you in its mouth. You take 27 points of piercing damage.
13 points of damage.
Kinian, you feel this great force as the shark has you in its maw, and it crests, and it goes up, and
Firebolt.
Yeah,
It
All
crests.
the held actions.
So-
and
Nice.
Sacred flame.
Yep.
I mean, like, not the face!
Not the face, not the face.
At
You're
least
like,
Sacred Flame.
You know what's even better?
What?
I have advantage because Kinian is adjacent to the shark.
What's their wisdom save?
Oh.
You're not in direct sunlight. We're in the cave, right?
You did Sacred Flame?
Yeah.
Flame, right?
So
Dex?
I'm
Yeah.
on a roll
Or
tonight.
Dex, yeah.
You missed with advantage?
It's going to be disadvantaged Dex, and the Dex is 4, so it fails.
What's the AC on these? Because
13.
I maybe hit it.
You rolled pretty good.
No, I didn't. Oh.
No, 10 did. You-
That-
I would never say that to you, Ben.
Yeah. Ben,
I would never say those words.
You've got the worst case of JHS that I've ever seen.
Their AC is 13.
Yeah.
I just made it.
Yeah, all right.
With advantage, I rolled a 3 and a 5, but I have a +8. So
What do you got, 10?
13 Radiant.
Awesome.
I wince as I see, like, the radiant light, like, beam near
Yeah.
me.
Not the face, not the face.
That looks like that would hurt.
Oh,
I'm good at controlling my Secret Flame.
no. So So my damage is 1, 1, 2.
Oh!
Plus 4 for my charisma.
Subpar.
Oh.
You know, I think you might have save spells. Maybe you should stick to.
Making Alan roll.
Yeah, make me roll.
Yeah, but they gotta be saver socks.
Yeah.
Maybe I need to cast Bless on Keo.
Because
So-
if I'm doing it with the damage dice too.
You are blessed.
You'd just be adding 1 to his roll.
What's the damage, Ben?
So 8.
8.
8 off of a 3d10 plus
Big
4
hitter.
roll.
Watch out, people.
Excellent.
My expression goes from wincing to actually like surprised as a firebolt hits the shark.
Yeah.
It just wings it.
Yeah. Okay, so the shark comes up, it crusts the water, and it actually lands on the boat.
How big is this skip?
The skiff, I think it's like 20 foot long.
This thing's fudged.
Yeah, probably.
Bye-bye, Skip.
It'll be okay. It'll be okay. We'll come into Skullport with like
We can
catch of
just-
the day.
Yeah.
We can cast Mend on it, right?
Okay,
Start
so
casting now.
so the skiff it doesn't break in half, but it sinks. It starts sinking with the shark that, I mean, it's a 30-foot long great white that lands on top of it. So Keo, you are pulled towards the water. It is now your turn.
What happens to me and Manette?
You are in water currently.
Okay,
you're
so we're not
not
like
like-
under the shark or anything.
So
No,
got-
you're
you-
not under the sharks.
You got the hell out of the way, basically.
Yeah.
Cool.
So basically, it just so happened to fall where they weren't.
Yay.
So what are you doing, Keo?
Blast it.
I'm trying to hold on to the broom
Yeah.
still.
A lot of weight there.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking at because it goes half speed when it's overloaded. But
It's super overloaded at this point.
Yeah, and so I try to fly up, and I'm gonna try and hold on to the rope.
I hate to do this to you, but I really, really need a straight D20 roll.
Okay.
Don't break the broom.
Oh, 15.
Okay. All right.
Don't.
The rope pulls,
Yeah.
and the bristles don't come off. So the broom actually comes with it. The stick and
Well,
it doesn't separate.
I'm on the broom. Anything that would snap would be the rope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
So
so-
you're actually holding it. You're not tied up to the broom at all.
I'm not tied to the broom. I'm holding.
got you.
That's
Okay.
why I was asking about the athletics earlier.
It's all
I got
Captain
so-
America in this.
So I've
chopper.
I've
Yeah.
got my glass staff in the one hand. I'm sitting
Okay.
on the broom, legs crossed around, trying to pull up
All right.
and trying to hold on to the rope, which may snap at any moment from the strain.
Yeah.
And I point my glass staff at the shark, and I firebolt it.
Okay.
And that one's actually pretty good. 13 and a 10. So definitely hits.
Those were natural 13 and 10, right?
Yeah, so
Okay,
13
okay.
plus 8.
Yep.
10 plus 8. Yeah,
Perfect.
definitely hits. So I deal 26 fire damage.
Oh, nice. Better
Very
than
nice.
the last
Yeah.
one.
0, 8, and 4.
So what's your call sign, Maverick?
Yeah. This shark is quite bloodied. Lots of blood in the water.
My call sign
Shit.
is Swiffer.
Do you have inspiration again?
Swiffer 1.
Do we have any Mr. Clean?
Tin, your turn.
Call me Mr. Clean.
So yeah, I'm having to get better at things because I should have done Sacred Flame and then my Toll of the Dead, but I will do Toll of the Dead again.
Okay. With save,
Good call.
and you get to roll a
Yes.
so many
12s.
D12s now.
Yeah.
With
Unless-
save fails.
I forgot to add my Wisdom proficiency to it last time.
Okay.
17 necrotic.
Nice. You again see space rip open, and these sickly tentacles Give me a perception check, 10.
Yeah, 27.
20. Jesus Christ. Okay. 27. You see a pair of glowing red eyes in the distance. You don't see what it's hooked up to, but you see these, like, they look like rubies. Like,
do they have pupils?
No.
Okay.
And they give off like a faint light. And I wanna be clear. This is blackness. It's literally like
absence of light.
Yeah, it's like looking into space. All right. So 17 points of damage. 555. It's 10.
Lathander's getting creepy.
He's got a goth stage. He's going through puberty.
Well, I did get that
dark.
point of corruption a few weeks ago.
They must be building cathedrals again.
I'm just saying.
All right.
Puddle of Filth really changed his life.
That's right. Goth to boss.
Kinian.
You are grappled.
I'm grappled, but I'm not restrained, so I don't have any disadvantage. I just can't move. So I pull my axe out and I get to work, son. Reckless. Hits. Numbers. First hit is 35 points of damage. Second hit is 30 points of damage.
Okay. So you and the shark land as a pair on the skiff.
Yeah.
And everybody else is just like pew, 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 hitting it. And before you can sink below the water, you are going through like this furious like chop, chop, chop. And you swing your axe and it catches the shark just below the eye, and you feel the jaws go limp. It is dead.
Quick, get to bailing. We gotta get this fish to Skullport.
Can I use my action to basically get out of the jaws, obviously, where I was restrained? And I have 40 feet of movement. I would like to use my movement. This is like a big ask to, because I still have another attack because I killed something.
Uh-huh.
I want to basically dash into the side of the shark with my remaining movement with an attack to try to knock it over the edge. And I don't care if I go in the water with it. I'm trying to dislodge the shark.
So no. Because you've already made your action with your attacks, you're not going to be able to like dislodge yourself. You can use your movement to get out, but that's all you're going to be able to do.
I'll get out and I'll try to sever like its dorsal, like the tail fin, whatever is not in the boat, what might be hanging out. I want to lop it off so there's less shark in the boat.
Okay, sounds good.
Not the fin, that makes the best parts of
Not
soup.
the fin, yeah.
Fin soup. Come on, man.
So half the shark is actually on the ship, and you're able to wiggle out, and just with the last little bit of movement that you have, you swing your axe and you cut into the shark, and it split the belly of it. You haven't fully cleaved it in two, but the guts and everything run out into the water and start filling up the ship.
I'm sure all this blood's not bad.
Not at all.
Not at all.
It is now Minette's turn.
I don't have anything threatening at the moment.
You have the dead shark, which is sinking the skiff.
And I look immaculate. There's blood everywhere, but I am pristine.
Yes.
He doesn't smell immaculate, though. Although he was in the water, so maybe he does smell a little better than normal.
A little briny. Briny Kinian.
Can I cast Reduce on the shark?
Yeah, fuck yeah, you can.
I reduce the shark.
You reduce the shark? Okay. All right. So
Minette has magic?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
So weird.
Okay, so I believe that goes down a size category, right?
Yeah.
So the shark goes down to large, I think. So it's medium, large, huge.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. It goes down to large size, and you could use your movement to move the shark off somehow if you want. Otherwise, that'll be your turn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, I mean, I get back in the
Yeah.
ship as well, and
Right. Well, okay. So you never left the ship. It's just underneath
just
you in
down.
the water.
Ah.
Yeah.
yeah, I reduced that thing. And,
Okay.
like chuck it overboard.
Okay, so yeah, you you reduce it, and it just goes down to like a normal size shark, and you walk over him with your magic strength muscles. You pick it up and put it over your head, and the guts kind of spill down your back a little bit, and you.
But I'm immaculate.
Throw it. That's right. That's right. And you throw it from the ship, and it lands about 30 feet away and splashes into the water. You see the shark fins start turning, and they start going for a frenzy on the dead shark.
You see Kinian mouth a damn when I see him throw the shark.
Yeah. And you see two fins turn towards you guys.
Ooh, stop concentrating on the reduce, and then the sharks that ate the shark will...
I do that.
Okay.
I do that. I wait until some of the sharks have like big old mouthfuls.
Yeah.
And then I reduce.
Okay.
I release the magic.
Yeah, Keo sees this, and he's just like, "Hey, Manette, release that reduce."
Because Keo knows all about reduces.
Yeah. Oh.
While they're swallowing, yes.
Okay. I need you to give me an Arcana, please.
Jawbreaker.
So-
I love it.
So, can we get the exact quantity of sharks that we just killed for experience?
21 Arcana.
Man, you did,
21. Okay.
you didn't even need a rifle to shoot like an explosive thing in the mouth.
Give me.
I just exploded a shark in other sharks.
Smile, you son of a bitch.
I love this episode. Go ahead and roll me a D4, please.
3.
Excellent. All right. You still see the two shark fins moving towards you guys. We are still in initiative. The shark fins are they are moving towards you guys, and then they disappear.
Oh.
It is Keo's turn.
Keo is going to keep pulling the boat with his movement, and then I am readying a twinned firebolt for when the two sharks come up.
Okay, so
he's assuming they're both going to come attack.
okay. You at this point are not able to budge the boat because it's fully submerged. It's just not. It's not.
You can't even drag it through the water at all.
No, I'm talking like
right.
This is a lot of weight.
All right, so should I see if the rope bursts? Or?
So it depends on how much force you're putting on it. So it's not about. So I mean, it's not about the boat tugging. Mm-hmm. It's about you pulling on the rope. Yeah. So I personally, when I'm trying to save something, I'm not going to tug past its limits. Yeah. But I need you to give me a strength athletics. The only time Ben rolls good this night.
16.
All right. So the rope is safe. You think you're awfully close. The rope groans and and you see like some of it like fraying and popping away.
Well, Keo's trying to keep the boat from sinking.
Yep. So it was a 17.
17.
It's now a 15.
It's now a 15. Yeah.
So you've stabilized the boat. Basically, it's not sinking any further. You cannot drag it though. Hey everyone, it's DM Allen. This is Season 2, Episode 31. Thank you so much for joining us once again. Thanks for doing your part and sharing us and telling your friends about us. If you haven't already, please leave a comment in comment section of your podcast directory or give us a big shout out on Twitter. We could really use the signal boost and help us get our name out there. We don't put a dime into advertising for the show. So you guys are the best way and the only way that we are going to grow the community. So thank you if you've been doing that, and please go out there and spend a couple of seconds of your time to let others know about us. It's con season again, so while you're out there telling people about us, let us know what con you're going to be at. There's a whole ton of cons coming up this season, so let us know, and we want to get out there and we want to meet you guys. We had a ton of fun last year at Grand Con, meeting people and playing D&D with people, so let us know and maybe you'll get an opportunity. Next, I want to talk about this week's sponsor. This week's sponsor is Audible. Audible is an amazing audiobook platform that has over 180,000 books to choose from, which is fantastic for when you're listening on your iPhone, Android, or your Amazon Kindle device. Our listeners get a free audiobook download and a 30-day free trial if you sign up at www.audibletrial.com/RWA. Go try it now and help support the show by signing up. This week, I'm doing the recommendations, and I highly recommend The Dwarves by Marcus Heinz. The book follows a dwarf that was raised by humans. His name is Tungdil, and Tungdil goes on this epic adventure. He finds all sorts of different characters that he becomes friends with. He makes enemies with creatures. It's a really interesting book. What Marcus does is he gives you amazing imagery, and he shows you that bond between friends and what those friends will do to protect the world that they know. Like I said, it's a fantastic book, and you really need to go listen to it. Also, we want to talk to you about Incompetech.com. Incompetech.com has been with us since the start. We've been a big fan of Incompetech. They are completely free. They are great for whether you're running a podcast like us or if you're doing home games. They're great for setting a theme or a feel for your game, and they're really great to listen to in general. Go check them out, Incompetech.com. Here's a sample. All right, that's all I've got for you this week. Let's get back to the episode. See you out on the internet, guys. Bye. It is now Tin.
Tin doesn't really like water combats because a lot of her spells are really useless. Yeah, I'm gonna use control water, and since it's the whole 100-foot square on one side, I'm pretty confident I can nab both sharks in the range that I cast control water in.
Yep.
And I also include our boat in the edge of that range.
Okay.
So that way I can move the water to kind of be like pushing under the boat instead of just filling up the boat.
Yep.
Though I don't know how that works with gravity, but I'll let you as the DM figure that out.
Yep.
And then basically I'm gonna try to do like just a little cyclone thing to just like totally knock the sharks against each other and bring them up. But it's a really narrow radius, so that way it doesn't like drag Kenyon in or anything.
Okay.
So I can't see them right now, so I don't actually know where they are.
Okay. So.
And I figure if I do a little cyclone action, that'll draw them to a point. If that makes sense.
Yes. Yep. I see what you're getting at. Okay. So here's what happens. From your perspective, what you feel is, and Kyo, you see this as it's very surprising for you. The water swells upward, almost like a tide, right?
Yeah.
A tide building.
Mm-hmm.
Water swells upward, and at the crest of this tide, the skiff is still in its same position as far as water level, but your rope goes slack, and it's starting to move. It's starting to follow the flow of water towards the cave now. Just because of how it's coming up, that point in the center is displacing the water downward, and the boat is slowly moving towards you, picking up speed. You can see, because you're about halfway between the crest of this wave and the base where the normal water level is. You're about halfway, and you can see two 30-foot silhouettes, and they are like helixing at this point in the center of this this swell. It's still moving upward, but coming together like a helix almost. Kenion's turn.
Does Keo have a good enough view to fire off his ready to action? Did
It's
you-
when they appear out of the water.
Yeah. Yep.
So,
Yep.
okay.
Because even
I was
then-
kind of hoping she was going to just drop the water out from under them. And they'd
that'd be
appear,
bad
and
news
then-
for you guys.
How far back are these sharks, and do I have a clear shot of like what's going on?
No. So you're at the top of this crest as well.
Yeah.
With the boat. You can't currently see the sharks. You might be able to use your action to try and bail some of this water out and try to, or maybe even like swim under the boat and push up to try and get it, water from coming in. Or you can do what you just did and Matthew McConaughey at them. It's swimming downwards at them.
What would Kenion do in this situation? I saw the fins coming toward the boat. At this point, I feel that the conflict's pretty much over, I think.
Yeah, they
I think-
disappeared coming towards the boat.
I think Tin solved the issue, so I put my axe away back in the quiver, and I drink a potion.
Okay. A potion?
That's a 1 and an 8.
Okay, so you call forth a potion. You call forth a potion, and it is red like a healing potion.
Yeah.
With like this black swirl with it, and then this gray swirl with it. And when you drink it, you feel your throat start to burn, and then it subsides.
I'm used to burning.
Yeah, it's a lot like a strong whiskey. So what happens is after drinking the potion, you can use your bonus action to exhale fire at a target within 30 feet of you. The target must make a DC 13 Dex save, or take 4d6 fire damage on a failed save. 4d6 or half on a failed save. Blah blah blah. Each time you use this, the flames burn your mouth, and you take 2d6 damage. The effect ends after you exhale the fire 3 times, or within an hour, or when an hour passes. That's your primary effect. Your secondary effect is my favorite, and this works great. So your secondary effect is you are blind for 1 minute. But you have double the proficiency on checks for listening, and you have disadvantage for vision-based saves.
So I take the potion, I'm like, I choke out a good burn, and I do not let the party know that I can't see.
Okay.
He's dealt with this in the past.
Yes,
when
yes.
it's a bad batch.
Wood grain.
Yeah. It is now, Manette.
I suppose I ought to hold my action until I have a target to shoot.
All right, you don't want to bail the boat or anything like that?
That's what control water was supposed to be for.
No, she described it as just pushing the water up. And honestly, like there's, if anything, the water might come in further, but I figured, the water inside and the water below just kind of kept it at equilibrium.
Well, I meant like to push it to be below the boat.
Oh, okay. It's still full of water, but it's crested.
I can't reduce it.
Right. Yeah. So, okay. So as a further descriptor, the boat itself is on top of this wave. Outside of the water, it's still a tub. Like, it's still full of water, but it is on top of the wave outside of the water.
It's a rock
Keo, you see the sharks move. They don't have enough movement to get to the boat. The helix is taking too much of their movement.
Okay. Sorcery point lost.
Yeah, sorry. It is your turn.
I continue to pull on the rope, but a little more gingerly.
Okay.
Because, I've pulled the boat mostly out of the water, so I'm just trying to maintain at this point. And
you're below it though.
Yeah, but
yeah,
magic.
I know.
You're pulling it down the hill, like you're trying to get it to.
So I'm gonna continue to pull forward.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess it is gonna roller coaster now.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna move as much as I can, and I'm gonna prepare that same attack.
Okay.
That I had prepared before for my action.
Excellent. 10. You see at the start of your turn, you see this, or you feel the boat like coming down the hill of water, and you see Keo like pulling and pulling and pulling.
Well,
and
I'm like flying it.
Okay. Okay. So he's flying it away. He's trying to tug it down the crest, and then
hopefully some of the water dumps out.
Yeah. So some of it does go out because you're starting to pick up a lot more speed than what Keo might have intended, and you see behind you, you see the waves start to crest, and it's starting to like white wall and create like a actual wave from the displacement of the water rolling in.
Watch, the boat's gonna pass me and pull me along.
You are now surfing this boat down this wave. What would you like to do? You can see the silhouettes of the sharks. At this point, you are actually passing by them.
So when you were describing the white wall, does that mean there's like a wave forming behind the wave that we're riding on?
No, the wave. So visualize it as just like water was pulled up, and now the water has to do something. And so usually when it displaces like that, it builds into a wave. Oh, so that's what it's doing. It's building into a wave behind you.
Like it's falling and then.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Falling over top of itself.
That makes sense. I was thinking there was like a second. Now that I can see the sharks, I want to basically create a moat of air around them, so they're like stuck inside a cube of water. Yeah, so that way they're stuck there, and then we can just attack them. Like, they're in that little cube of water. If they wanted to swim out of it.
There's water surrounded by air, but like unnaturally so. Like a column of water going all the way down, and then free space around it.
I got you.
So that they can't like continue to swim at us.
Yeah, it cages them basically.
Yep. So they're riding the inner helix, and then outside of that helix is air, and then outside of that air is water.
That's falling away.
Yeah. Yep. I like that. Okay. Yep. That's what's happening. I don't have a Titan's graphics card, so let's let's try to be gentle on the graphics processor here. Yeah, I like that. I like that. Kinian.
Good job, crew! And I sit down immediately on the boat.
In the tub.
Assuming that I'm going to sit like on a seat on the skiff.
Okay.
Completely missing a seat, but all the way to the bottom of the boat. I'm mostly submerged in water.
Yeah.
And my hand just reaches up, and alcohol pops into my hand.
Okay.
And I just sit there and take my turn to drink.
Okay. All right.
Oh, and after I take a swig, I burp, and flames are produced directly into the water that I'm sitting in.
So you're like, you've got the drink, and you're like nursing it, and you drink some of it. And you're like looking between your legs into the water, and you're just like
20 points of fire damage to the water, and then directly in front of me.
So does that like evaporate most of the water out of the boat?
Not most of the water, but it does evaporate some of the water. It would have been as much as a bucket load.
So the tub has become a hot tub.
Yes.
And I suffer an undisclosed amount of fire damage.
Yes. Minette, your turn.
Do I have a good line of sight on the sharks?
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah. It's You think it's going to be a difficult shot if you want to shoot, just because of the varying differences in densities.
Sure.
But you are basically in line with these sharks.
They don't have a lot of space to move, so.
So shot with disadvantage.
Yes.
Fuck it. May as well.
Hell yeah.
15.
That hits.
22 points.
Excellent. All right. The sharks, unable to turn, they're not as agile as smaller fish. They have to follow their path upward, and they crest out of the water. Go
Oh,
ahead,
boy.
Kyo.
Now nobody's by him though, so single die roll. Critical. All right.
Are we sure? Did we confirm that?
Even Jerry Holkins occasionally gets a
A
crit.
blind squirrel finds a nut
So,
eventually.
I rolled a 20 and an 18. My luck is changing.
Oh God.
So the first shark is going to take lots of damage. Let me get my 6d10s. So the first one is 28 fire damage.
So the first one has like this gaping bullet hole in it, and you like burn it.
I cauterized the wound.
Sick bird.
Sick.
The second one takes 19. fire
19.
damage.
Excellent. They have crested, and they land on top of this building wave, and they're
Let's
just-
go surfing
yeah.
now, everybody surfing now.
they're actually they're riding with this wave. They are essentially not grappled, but what's the other one? Restrained. They can't do anything because the water is falling in front of them. They can't actually actively dive down. It's basically like an avalanche of water at this point. So
Are they catching up?
yes, yeah, they're catching up.
So do they get adjacent on their turn?
No. Imagine like two cartoon sharks, and they're like riding the wave, and they're like, oh my god, and then they realize they're actually coming towards you guys faster, and they're like, ha ha
No. Yes.
They go from like oh no faces to like angry eyebrows.
ha. Yes.
Well, I'm going to continue to try and stay ahead and pull
Okay.
the boat, but I can only move 50 per round, so I don't know how fast the boat's moving. And
Not that, but
Yeah.
yeah, you're doing.
So I'm going to stay ahead, then pulling the boat down the wave, and I'm going to pew pew. 7 plus 8 should hit. That's 15,
Mhm.
and 15 plus 8 should hit as well.
Yes, it does.
So just 2 regular hits. 14 to the first shark,
Okay.
and to the second shark, 25. Oh wait, 6 plus 7. No, sorry, 23.
All right. It is 10.
Since I'm not manipulating the water this turn, I'm actually going to cast an attack spell.
Okay.
Because I'm just keeping it in this current pattern. So I'll cast Guiding Bolt at whichever shark I saw Manette attack.
Uh-huh.
Ooh, 18 plus
Yeah, that's gonna hit.
high modifier. 17 radiant. And next attack on shark has advantage.
All right, that one looks pretty bloodied.
Does the other one start attacking it?
No. Kinian.
Kenyon, why are you taking a break?
Hearing spells go off, like Kinian springs up with the bottle in hand. You can see from like a seeming perspective that I look perfectly fine. So I look to the left, I look to the right, and I go, you guys got this, and I drink another potion. I double down.
Oh, Jesus. Okay. When you guys see him look around, he doesn't look like he's looking at anything. He's got the 1,000-yard stare.
That's a 5 and a 6.
A 5 and a 6.
I'm mapping this potion chart out,
Oh, gosh.
and it seems pretty terrible.
Really?
You did buy an intern potion, so
I wonder what
How
ever
many of
gave
these
you that
fucking things do
impression.
you have
I
left?
think he bought
41
a...
more. Holy
Oh, that's right. You bought 50, didn't you?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh,
No
God.
wonder you're going through them like candy.
Okay, so 5, you have mind reading, So I need you to give me a wisdom save, please.
Oh, God damn it. It's going to hurt.
Yep.
The voices are going to return. 19 plus 1?
Okay.
Yeah!
Nice. I also need you to make a...
You hear Kyo thinking, I hope I look cool. I hope I look cool.
I need you to make a con save as well, please.
23.
Okay. 13 points of poison damage, but you are not poisoned.
These potions are terrible. 13 points of damage.
Yeah. So the mind reading...
How long does that last?
1 minute. And you gain the effects of detect thoughts.
Just Kyo talking about, you know, hopes that his butt doesn't look big and that type of thing.
So yeah, basically you can use detect thoughts on any creature you can see.
So you'll have it
You
for
don't
10
hear anything.
You'll have it for 10 seconds at the end.
Potentially.
This sucks. All right.
And he hears nom 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 from the sharks.
And I walk toward Tin's voice.
Okay. Dex save.
Probably walking
disadvantage.
into you. 6.
6. You trip and fall into the piss warm water because you trip over the seat that you meant to sit on.
And you hear over the ring, God, I meant to do that. Because I'm submerged in the water at this point.
Manette.
I'm gonna shoot the shark that is glowing a little bit.
Okay.
31 points of damage.
31 points of damage. All right. That shark looks like it's hanging on for dear life. The two sharks continue on this wave, and the tip of the wave starts to curl and break apart. They're not successfully surfing this wave, basically, and they start to tumble into it, and they are just about to hit your ship, or your boat. Kyo.
It's a yacht.
It's a yacht. It's got a pool. Or a hot tub.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. 1,
Yep.
2. Oh, nice. They both hit. I rolled a 5 on the second one, but it's just good enough.
Yep.
The first shark takes 16 points of fire damage,
It's dead.
and the second shark takes more than that, so that's 24. And I try to pull the boat as fast as possible.
Okay, the boat's actually catching you at this point. So the speed has grown enough to start overtaking your speed.
My speed of 50.
Yeah. So you're actually... So
we're making good time towards Skullport.
That's right. That's right. So what you're seeing though is it's moving fast, and what's in front of you is the tooth-like stalagmites that are popping out of the water. You think that it might be a problem very soon.
So, since I'm just realizing this now, next turn I'll be pulling sideways
Okay.
to try
Okay.
and turn. Yeah, we're gonna shoot the curl.
Yeah. I like this. It
Go
is
down the pipe.
Yeah. Tin, your turn.
So, about how fast has the boat been moving each round?
This round, the boat has moved 70 feet per second, or per round.
Okay.
Are we outpacing your spell?
That's what I'm thinking.
What do you mean?
Theater of the mind. It's all right.
What do you mean outpacing your spell?
Well, so I can control any freestanding water inside an area I choose.
Mm-hmm.
To cube up to 100 feet.
Mm-hmm.
And we've moved at least 70 feet plus a little bit prior rounds. I probably can't control the water where we are at anymore.
Right. Yep.
Because I was going to say I was going to try to do a mini partying of water to have the shark like slide below us. But yeah, I'm just going to drop concentration since we're pretty much out of bounds.
Excellent.
And Toll of the Dead.
Unless you're going to use concentration for something else, you may as well keep the control water stuff going and just try and like run interference behind us.
Okay. If I do a whirlpool vortex in the area behind me, is that my turn? Could
don't
do
know.
a
I don't know how that.
Could I do a cantrip with that?
I don't know how that spell works. I'm gonna say yes, just to keep things going.
Okay.
So go ahead and do your cantrip, and then we'll have rules for it after.
Okay. Toll of the Dead. Toll of the Dead is a wisdom saving.
Yep.
And it's damaged.
Nat 1.
Nice. 23 necrotic.
Okay. So what you see is space rips again, and you see these sickly, slimy black tentacles come out from the rip in space, and they grapple around the shark and they pull it into the space. When you see the shark pull into the space does not distort to allow for the shark's shape. The shark just breaks in half as it's pulling through. Give me another perception, please.
It's like the Hollywood explosive decompression stuff. Like he's sucked through a hole that's too tiny for it, so it's just kind of like
I'm very much imagining like Freddy Krueger at this point, where like he drags the teen in through the window and it just like.
So in today's episode, Tin became a warlock.
Nat
so 20. That's a 30 perception.
Holy fuck. Okay, so what you see is you see the set of red eyes. These ruby red eyes. You see another set adjacent to them, and they seem to be moving at they seem to be moving differently. And then you see a mouth open. It's a toothy mouth, and when it opens, there's like a fire lava like glow inside of the mouth, and it illuminates this pitch blackness. It allows for some light here, and you see almost like this baboon like face, like jowl, and then space closes.
Demogorgon?
Hey, thank you so much for listening. What a fantastic episode. We cannot wait for next week's episode. We hope you stick around to find out what happens next. If you want to find out more about the show, about our characters, or things like that, go check us out on dmstable.com/RWA. DM's Table has awesome blogs. They've got cool information on there about writing new adventures and things around D&D. You can find a giant archive on all our episodes. DM's Table has got information on how to contact us through Twitter or Facebook or things like that. Go check it out, and we'll see you out on the internet. See ya.